this issue of the death of the king of Oyotunji, America, who died in Nigeria 9 days after he is said to have been beaten up and chased out of the palace of the new Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, Kábíyèsí Abímbọ́lá Akeem Ọwọ́adé the first, calls for serious concern beyond all those talk about being careful to preserve our heritage. We cannot preserve our heritage under injustice. I want us to note certain things. One, in the interview Ọba Aróhunfálè granted Shokoti TV, to which I paid close attention. I may not have heard everything, but I heard some things that touched my heart. One, he said he did not just visit the Aláàfin, he was invited by the Aláàfin, and so like a summon, though an invitation requested and granted willingly by the King Aróhunfálè. That is one. Another thing, he said he was going to spend, he told the Aláàfin, or it was agreed, whatever, that he was going to spend 2 nights in Ọ̀yọ́, but the Aláàfin paid for only 1 night in the hotel, to the hotel. So the question is this: did the Aláàfin foresee what was going to happen, or he did it tentatively, like if you deserve another night, we will pay for it, or what? So one, it was an invitation he went to attend. 2, instead of 2 nights he expected to spend, the Aláàfin paid for only 1 night, if I heard correctly the video. But now, more crucially, what transpired between the Aláàfin and the Baba Oba of Oyotunji, that is the title of the throne, Baba Oba, instead of Aláàfin or Ọọ̀ni. His own is Baba Oba. So, what transpired between the Aláàfin and the Baba Oba that warranted being brutally beaten and chased out of the palace is a question seriously begging for answer. I also heard the Baba Oba saying that Oyotunji village in America is affiliated to Ile-Ife, where we all came from, including the Aláàfin himself. Ile-Ife o, Ile-Ife, gbogbo Yorùbá ní Ile-Ife nílé. Ile-Ife o, Ile-Ife, gbogbo Yorùbá Ile-Ife nílé. The song is saying that all Yorùbás originated from Ile-Ife. So, Aláàfin became the most powerful king in Yoruba land. And no king, let's be frank about it, dare to joke with his sword. Oni is our origin. But in terms of power, political power, there is no king like Aláàfin, historically. But the issue, the real issue, Ọ̀yọ́túnjí affiliated to Ile-Ife, not to Ọ̀yọ́ throne, to the source, Ile-Ife. So, and the Aláàfin himself came from there. And now the question, the most important question, what transpired between Aláàfin and Baba Oba, leading to being brutally beaten and chased out? Because in spite of the denial by the Aláàfin Palace, you could see the wounds that he sustained. The Yoruba people say photograph does not lie, that whatever you have photographed, that is what you will see. So what happened if we were not there? We could see the wounds. And now we have heard that 9 days after Baba Oba is said to have been beaten brutally, wounded with blood coming out of his body, as he also said in the video that I listened to, in the interview that he granted to Shokoti TV, that blood was coming out of his body. So we should not sweep all of that under the carpet and say we want to protect our heritage. There is no better way to protect your heritage than to be truthful and justiciable. We have a precedence of in Oba Orile-Ife, Ogun State, where the Oba assaulted, harassed. It's more of harassment than assault as such. Because what happened to the Baba Oba in the Alaafin's palace qualifies very well as assault. Because you can see the brutality in the wounds that the man sustained. All this, you can call it allegation. No problem about that. I agree with you. But because it has to be called that based on legality. But the fact of 4 plus 4 being 8, let's put it aside. So now Governor Ṣeyi Makinde take a leaf from Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, how he handled the case of Oba Orile-Ife. Despite the fact that the man did not sustain any visible wound, and he did not die. If you don't want Ikú Bàbá Yèyé to become Ikú Bàbá Yèyé, the time is now. We want to preserve our culture. We want to preserve our heritage. We must do so with purity of heart, with transparent justice.